Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. So, thank you guys for joining me for episode 29 of Speak Easy, where we talk about the behind the scenes of what it means to be a speaker and an author. Thank you to those who are joining me for the first time. I definitely appreciate it. For those who are catching this and this is not your first time, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I definitely appreciate the replay viewers. You guys show me so much love each by sharing it out and by leaving comments. And I always come back and engage with you guys on the replay as well. This is episode 29, guys. We've really made it to episode 29. We made it that far, y'all. I know it's been a little difficult some days, but we made it that far. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about Telesummits. That's been a question that I've been getting from my clients, as well as other people on my timeline, in my messenger. My inbox is, listen, always getting something. But, everybody always asks, hey, Stevie, everybody always asks, should I do a telesummit or should I not? Hey, sis. And so I wanted to talk about some behind the scenes because I am preparing for basically a telesummit. Next week is Social Media Week. I am one of the speakers for Social Media Week. Super excited about that. Hey, Sophia. And so when we think about telesummits, people are like up in arms. Well, what do I do with a telesummit? Is it as important as doing a live event? A telesummit is a live event, duh. But is it as important as doing a live event? Hey, Vinny, is it, can I get as much engagement from a telesummit as a live event? Yeah, if you do it right. And, is it something that can be profitable? And it definitely can. So we're going to talk some real talk stuff about telesummits as a speaker, as an author, right? Duh. As an author, as a speaker, there's some things that you really need to understand when it comes to you being doing that telesummit. People always ask me questions and I can't always get back to them. Let's just be real. Let's just be honest. I get people in my inbox on the regular and with all types of questions. Hey, Tyrone, with all types of questions when it comes to telesummits and speaking events. And listen, a telesummit is a great opportunity for you as a speaker to not only practice your craft, but put you in front of people so you can show people, what do I always say? Who you are, who you serve, and how you serve. Because that's how you get people to buy from you, is when you show them who you are, who you serve, and how you serve. Blessings to you as well. Oh, from New Jersey. Hey, welcome from New Jersey. Listen, okay? Listen. And so that's what it is. But can I start off by saying, and I wrote my little tips out, the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about telesummits. But I want to start out by saying this. First and foremost, y'all need to do your research. I can't stress this enough. I think just about every episode of Speak Easy, I have talked about this part. This part is that, guess what? You need to do your research. Who is going to be in the audience of this telesummit? And so I was doing a landing page for an upcoming class that I have going on. It's called Get Amplified. And it's for introverts, those that are saying they're shy and they want to learn live streaming. And with me being an introvert, hey, Shalonda, with me being an introvert, they always say to me, no, you can't be shy. You're not an introvert, but I am. And so I'm going to give them my master plan for going live and having business and, getting clients when it comes to being an introvert. But this is the thing. I was going through and writing out some things that I have accomplished within the last year or so. And I think on there I had that I've done maybe about 10 plus, maybe about 12 telesummits and webinars. I think telesummits and webinars combined was like 20. Hey, Ricardo. And so I was like, wow. People always talk about, telesummits, and I don't know if I can do a telesummit. I don't know if it's important, but when I think about the telesummits that I have done, you really have to think, hey, Aunt Andrea, how are you? Hey, Huey. You really have to think about it like this. What is the audience that I'm putting myself in front of? The same way that you are putting yourself in front of an audience when you speak at an event. And I tell you guys again, hey, Lakia, I tell you guys again all the time, you have to do the research, survey your audience, who's going to be in the audience. Because some of you are signing up for telesummits. Yeah, right? Some of you are signing up for telesummits, and the audience, you don't even know how many people they're normally in front of. So the telesummits that I have been a part of literally have put me in front of anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 people at one time. That is why you look at people that are doing telesummits and how they're doing telesummits. You got to look at what's their audience, what's their following like. Are they somebody that's even active on social media? Because I've done telesummits with people that weren't active on social media, so there wasn't a really big push. And it felt like I was doing a lot more, marketing and promoting for that particular telesummit than they were doing. So you really need to know what's the audience, and there's some background stuff to know when it comes to doing telesummits. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you haven't shared out the broadcast, you might want to share it out right now, because you're going to want to take some notes. You're going to forget later to share it out. You're going to forget. So you might want to share it out now. Just saying. So that first part, that most important key, is you always do your research. Know who is going to be in the audience. Now, are you going to know each and every person that's going to show up? No, you're not. But are you going to know that if you do an interview with this person or do a telesummit with that person, and they normally have about 1,000+ viewers, then views of that particular video or of their videos, then you know that as you being on that platform, you will get in front of how many people? 1,000+ people. So yes, telesummits are very, very key. Now, let's talk about the nitty gritty. Do I need to prep the same way? Thanks for sharing, Sophia. Do I need to prep the same way for a telesummit that I prep for an actual event? Yes. Yes. When you think that you're going to get onto a telesummit and just talk, you make yourself look like a fool. And y'all know I'm transparent. You make yourself look like a fool. You make the organizer of the telesummit look like a fool. And you make people that are coming to look at the telesummit feel foolish. Because here it is, I am investing my time. Hey, Aubrey, I'm investing my time to sit and listen to whatever it is that you're sharing on this telesummit, and you're wasting my time. You're coming on here just throwing out any bit of information, thinking that, oh, it's just a telesummit. No, you look at a telesummit the same way that you look at any event that you do. You know, I'm very service oriented. Hey, thanks for sharing, Stevie. You know, I'm very service oriented. So for me, anytime I open my mouth and do an event, I'm service oriented. I want to give the best of me that I can give on that particular platform. So that means that I need to prepare for a telesummit the same way I prepare for a live event. And if I'm not doing that, then I'm going to look like a fool. I'm going to look like a fool. Good afternoon, Coach Donna Jean. Hey, Coach DJ, how are you? I am going to look like a fool. I'm going to look like a fool. The organizer is going to look like a fool. And guess what? Anybody else that's doing a telesummit is not going to want me on their telesummit. They're not. Thanks for sharing, Coach DJ. So yes, preparing for your telesummit, you prepare in the same way that you prepare for a live event. It's still a live event. A telesummit, for those that don't know, good afternoon. How are you, SC? How are you? Anybody that does not know, a telesummit is a virtual event. That's all it is. It's just you're not in front of the people one-on-one. You're not in front of them. You're not on a stage, but you're still in front of them, just not present in front of them. But you still get the same engagement, and I'm going to tell you how. I get nervous too, Sophia. Oh my goodness, I get nervous too. But you're always on the same, it's still, I'm giving. I'm still, giving service. And so I got to think of it that way. And so it's funny because that takes me into number 2. Number 1 was, I need to do that prep work. That prep work has to be, yes, what am I talking about? Again, I have to make sure that I'm conveying to them who I am, who I serve, and how I serve. No matter what platform you're on, no matter what event you're doing, you're always making sure that the audience knows who you are, who you serve, and how you serve. I am like pounding this into my students and my clients, because if they don't know, yes, they do. If they don't know what it is, who you are, who you serve, how you serve, they will not buy from you. They will not buy from you. So again, that takes me into number 2. Number 2 is, the question was, do I sell on a telesummit? Do I sell from the stage? And the answer is, if that particular organizer allows you to sell from the stage or from the virtual stage, then guess what? Sell from the stage. It's no biggie. But again, you have to understand, if you're putting yourself in front of an audience where there is 1,000 plus people, you want to make sure that you're not just selling at them or not just talking at them. You want to have that engagement. That's right. You need to ask first. Always ask, is this platform available? Am I able to sell from the platform? The same way you would do when you do a live event, you would say, am I able to sell from the stage? Am I ever able to do a freemium from the stage? If you can't sell, you do a freemium. If they say you can sell, then you sell. But this is the other thing. This is the other part to that. Guys, stop confusing your buyers. Stop confusing the people that are listening to you. Don't come on with a freemium in one hand and a package in the other hand, and then say, look, I got like this, and then I got this, and it's on 4 different levels. And come on, you doing too much. Hey, Shayna, you doing too much. You like, oh, I got a freemium over here, but then I got a course, and the course got 3 different levels. And a confused buyer will not buy. A confused buyer will not buy. So that number 2 was, do I sell on a telesummit? Yes, you can. Listen, right? Don't be hustle man. Yes. Oh my goodness, Sophia. Yes. Word travels fast. You got to have, there is some speaker etiquette when it comes to doing telesummits. Word travels fast. Speakers talk to other speakers. Organizers talk to other organizers, and will get referrals from other organizers. Another reason why telesummits are really amazing is because guess what? What is a telesummit? A video. What is the main thing going on right now? Video. Content is king. Video is queen. So video is very important. So a telesummit is going to be on that same level if done right. Now, I said that I'm going to wait to tell it. I'll sneak it in here and let you guys know. I am working on a course to tell you the basics of doing a phenomenal telesummit. I'm putting that out there. That's for next month, though. That's going to be a one-day telesummit, and I'm thinking about making it a free telesummit. I don't know yet, but shh, don't tell my coach, because I might get a whooping. Don't tell her. But we got to think about this, is that some of you are doing telesummits all wrong. Like, there's an easy way to do it. Look, Sophie's like, ooh, there's an easy way to do telesummits that make them successful, phenomenal opportunities. Not just for you, but for your speakers, for the viewers. It makes it a great opportunity. Thanks for sharing. No telling, Sophia. Hey, Julian, how are you, sis? Blessings to you. And so number 2 was, do I sell on a telesummit? Yes, the opportunity, but you always ask permission first. And if you are not able to sell, that means that you still come on. Hey, Michael, you come on with a freemium. People always ask, what is a freemium? A freemium is a free item. It's something free. That's what it is. It's a freemium. You always come on with a freemium if you're not able to sell from the stage. No biggie. That's fine. And then number 3. Now, this is a big one. I'm going to tell y'all why. People have a very short attention span. Let's just be honest. Let's be real. People have a short attention span. So the next question I always get is, how much time should I speak on a telesummit? Can I be honest? Thanks for sharing, Michael. Can I be honest and letting you guys know? If the telesummit is like, oh, I want you to speak for an hour, don't speak for a full hour. Don't speak for a full hour. Don't speak for a full hour. 30 minutes tops. I always try to cut it off 30 minutes tops. Now, if they give you more time than that, then I would plug something else in there. But you do not want to be talking at people for an hour. Why? Because people start to go back into their minds and they think they're at the company meeting. They think that they're at the lecture hall at school. Let's be honest. We start going back in our minds like, oh my God, this is drawing on forever. Even if somebody has great content, you start to lose people after about 30 minutes, depending on what it is. Now, if it's a way that you're engaging with people back and forth, listen, my mind will drift off. I'll be like, ooh, unicorns. Unicorns. Yay. Listen, people's minds will drift. And you got to take into account, what time is the telesummit going on? If this is a morning telesummit, people are getting ready for work. They may not be 100% listening to what's going on. If it's an evening telesummit, they may be getting ready for dinner or getting their children ready for bed and things like that. So they're kind of in and out. An hour is a long time. Come on, Sophia. I know that's right. She said, I daydream food. Sophia will actually be, Sophia, aren't you speaking next week as well? She will be on the Telesummit next week for a social media week. I did just put the badge into my photos on my page. I will be changing over my Facebook profile picture later on this weekend. But super excited. But guys, that's what it is. You got to understand that, yeah, there's some etiquette to it. 30 minutes is a good time. Now, granted, if this is a platform, because now there are platforms where you can engage with people when you're doing a live telesummit, if this is an engaging platform, Q&A works every time. But Q&A only works when you have given content that has blown their mind. Like if you have given content that's kind of been contrary to what they normally believed, contrary to what they've normally done, then it will blow their mind. They will ask questions. Guess what? You can do 30 minutes of your speech and 30 minutes Q&A. 30-minute Q&A will go by really fast. An hour Q&A goes by fast. Let's be real. One of the things that we loathed, that we hated about being in the lecture hall in school, in college, was sometimes you could ask questions, but other times you couldn't. Depending on if it's 300 people in the room and we going through something really fast, you couldn't always ask a question. And so sitting there for an hour drains you. It definitely drains you. Or maybe it's just me. Thanks for the reactions. Hey, Sandy. Maybe it's just me. But sitting there for an hour will drain anybody. So 30 minutes tops. Hey, Queen. 30 minutes tops. If you have more time than that, 30-minute Q&A. Get people engaged in the conversation. Can I tell y'all something? People like to talk. People want to be engaged in the conversation. They want to talk and ask questions. But, hey, Jack, but just because they ask questions, does that mean that you answer all the questions from the stage? Ding, ding, ding. That's another question that people have asked. Do I give all the information from the stage? And no. You do not give all the information from the stage. Now, this is where your freemium comes in, guys. Hey, Delvin. Hey, bro. That's where your freemium comes in, guys. Because guess what? My freemium could be some of the answers to their question. And a lot of times when you think about your particular topic, this is also comes along with you being the expert in your field, is that you understand and you already know some of the questions people are going to ask. There you go. Come on, Stevie. Stevie said it. Give them a reason to reach out to you. Give them a reason to connect with you after the Telesummit. Some people go and they sign up for the Telesummit and they're like, yeah, I'm going to just go and I'm going to sell my course and people are going to sign up. Can I tell you something? That if people don't know who you are, if they don't know who you are, who you serve, and how you serve, they're not going to buy anything from you. It doesn't matter how cute your dress is. It don't matter if your tie match your cufflinks. They will not care and will not buy a thing. Again, we got to make sure that we're positioning ourselves properly so that way we can say, okay, I'm going into this Telesummit with world domination on my mind. I'm going in here not to sound like anybody else, not to look like anybody else, but I'm coming on here with a service mentality that no matter what it is, I'm serving the client that's there, that's for me. And when I leave, they're going to come with me. When I leave, they gonna come with me. If they not coming with you, we got a problem, y'all. We got a problem. So when we think about Telesummits, literally, I think in the last year and a half or so, I've done about 12 Telesummits. I think that was what I put on there. I think about 12, maybe more. I can't think of them all at the moment. But I've literally placed myself in front of women, and that was the other thing, because I knew my target. So if you haven't niched down on a target and you're thinking you're still talking to everybody, not gonna work. You have to niche down on your target. When you niche down on your target, then you can get in front of any platform and talk directly to your target. So you need to know who's in the audience. You need to prepare for it the same way that you prepare for a live event. This is no different. We are not gonna have butt it. It comes to doing a Telesummit, because guess what? People are investing their time, their energy, and sometimes their money. When people invest time, energy, and money, they want the best. And it doesn't matter how much they invest, they want the best when they invest time, energy, or money. That's just the real of it. So thinking about Telesummits, do you guys have any other questions that you want to put in the chat that I can come and answer for you while we're live for Speak Easy? For those just coming on, this is episode 29 of Speak Easy. Yes, guys, we have gone 29 episodes strong. Super excited about it. Today it's all about Telesummits and, you know, the role that they play in the speaker/author's life. Now, I'm going to give y'all a little bonus. Make sure ain't nobody listening in. Hey, Cheryl, make sure ain't nobody listening in. I'm going to give you a bonus. As an author, Telesummits are your friend. You want to know why? Somebody say why in the comments. Somebody say why. Why, Unicorn? Why are Telesummits so amazing for authors? Well, I'm so glad that you asked. Hey, Paula. I'm so glad that you asked, you fellow unicorns. Telesummits are really important for authors because that is your virtual book tour. Yes. For those of you that have been saying, I don't know how to do a book tour. Oh my goodness, that sounds so hard. Oh my goodness. Who do I talk to? What do I do? How do I set it up? Hey, Cindy. You're like, yeah, you're like flipping out all over the world trying to figure out what to do when it comes to a book tour, a virtual book tour. Guys, if you do a Telesummit a month, that's a virtual book tour. Because guess what? Every time you go live, you put up that book. Every time you do a Telesummit, you say, and here is the book that I wrote, and you can purchase it at. Right, Michael? Roaring applause. And here is the book that I wrote called such and such, and you can purchase it at. Guess what? If you're an author, Telesummits are your friend. And people are going to say, but Telesummits? But I don't think Telesummits are, that. Okay. Now listen, because we have seen some bad Telesummits. We've seen some Telesummits that we were like who helped you with this Telesummit? Hey, Jawar. Hey, bro. Who helped you put this together? Who? It was those Telesummits that was put together with shoestrings and bubble gum. We know. We've seen some of those. But opportunity. We want to make sure that we are taking advantage of the opportunity. So when given the opportunity, you need to really look at this. First of all, can I be honest? And I talked about this earlier on my broadcast, is we got to get comfortable in saying no. Some of y'all say yes to opportunities simply because the hype of the opportunity. Do your research. Doing your research is very important. And when Telesummits come around, it means it's just as important. So if I'm paying a fee to be on a Telesummit, then I need to look at who's the audience for that Telesummit. What kind of reach am I going to get? Is it feasible? What's the time constraints? Some people do Telesummits during a time where people are normally at work and not going to be at a Telesummit. But then you got some that their audience is such an audience that being on their Telesummit and being in front of their audience, again, that you're going to be in front of anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 people. You got to do the research, though. Don't just say yes because you said, "Ooh, they wanted me to do the Telesummits." They wanted me to do the Telesummits, and I'm excited about doing the Telesummits. No, can we do some research first, y'all? Can we do some research first? So for those who are coming in, thank you so much for sharing out the broadcast. Thank you for coming in. I am talking about Telesummits when it comes to being an author or a speaker. Are they something that's important? Are they something that's relevant? And right now, Telesummits are important. Another reasons why, that's it, Michael. What's the ROI? Another reason why Telesummits are so important is because of video. It's video content. Video is queen. Content is king, video is queen. So you being on a Telesummit, that clip that you did, that 30 minutes, that 45 minutes, that 15 minutes that you did, and this is the other thing. Well, I'll come back to that part. That 30 minutes you did, it's called repurpose the content. That's something that I'm always teaching my clients. Repurposing your content. You take that 30 minutes, there's so much that you can do with that 30 minutes that you can flip it. I just went back to Bell Biv DeVoe. Flip it, rub it down. Oh no! Yeah, my mind went to Bell Biv DeVoe. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. There's so many things that you can do with that 30 minutes of content that works in your favor. Man, that 30 minutes will take you to a whole new level. I show my clients all the time. Matter of fact, I just did a video. It's on my, it's in my store, on video, what they can do with videos. bit.ly/speak loud. So you can get that. Yeah. So what they can do with their videos, what they can do with video, how they can repurpose the content. and what that does for you as a speaker, what that does for you as an author. And so the other thing that I said I was going to go back to was that, another reason that telesummits are really good is that I'm not saying nothing, Jawar. Another thing that's great about telesummits is you get to connect with other people. Some of y'all are so stuck in your comfort zones. You so stuck in your comfort zones. You stuck. It's almost like you in grade school and you stuck, in front of grandmama and auntie and them doing the little dance that you made up. Look, auntie, I made my dance. I made my dance, auntie. Look, auntie, I made my dance. Okay, you stuck in front of auntie and grandma making dances, but auntie and grandma are not your target audience. Auntie and grandma are not your target audience. So you doing stuff in front of auntie and grandma is not working. So being a part of a telesummit puts you in a different community. It puts you in a different connection with people that you may have never connected with before. That part. And I think with the telesummits that I have done, that has been the reason why I've connected with so many different people. That and the videos that I have done, of course, on Periscope and Facebook, but connecting with people through telesummits because you're speakers. And that whole idea that you can't collaborate with other speakers, you can't connect with and network with other speakers. Why not? Look, some of them may pay with chicken dinners and chicken sandwiches. They may. But it's all in how you use it. It's all in how you use it. Oh, you better say it. You got to think about that as well. They will continue to expect you to perform for free. We don't perform for free. Thanks for sharing, Fatima. We don't perform for free. We don't do that. But you got to make sure that you're setting yourself up. And as you connect with other speakers, you'll be putting yourself out there in front of so many different people. So I know that with me being on my coach's platform, I've connected with, oh my goodness, hundreds of speakers. And I connected with speakers on Stevie Aisha Mills' platform and the events that she does. I've connected with speakers with Janine on, through Women of Worth. I connect with speakers all the time, and everybody may be on a different level. That's the other thing. Don't despise small beginnings. Everybody had to start somewhere. And, you're going to say, okay, well, with a telesummit and I don't know if I can be, I don't know if I can do a stage just yet. Well, maybe a telesummit will make you a little more comfortable. Right? Love you, Stevie. Maybe a telesummit may make you a little more comfortable with speaking in front of a large crowd. But like I said, we got to make sure we're looking at who's going to be in the crowd. That's the most important thing. Who's going to be in the crowd? But don't despise small beginnings. We look at Lisa Nichols and we look at all these different people that are speakers and the levels that they have reached, the Les Browns and the Tony Robbins and the things that they're accomplishing. And we kind of think, oh, I want to be, I want to jump out the gate and be at that level. Nah, we don't see the behind the scenes and all the work that was put in, the blood, sweat, and tears that was put in. We don't see the telesummits that they were doing, the webinars. We don't see the times where they did stuff and people didn't show up. It happens. You can repurpose, Jawar. So you can repurpose even if it's not your telesummit. You ask for permission. Normally, telesummits are recorded, and they will give you a copy of the telesummit. You can always repurpose your information from the telesummit by having somebody that does video, just clip it out. There's also other things. I know Stevie, now I'm going to give a little secret sauce. Stevie, don't beat me up for this one. That's right, quality and not quantity. Stevie did an amazing job with this. And so the Telesummit, a couple different opportunities there with the virtual conference that she did, that literally you got the recording, like you, the speaker, you got a copy of the recording, but she also set it up that you, the speaker, had an opportunity. Now, I'm not going to tell any extras on it, Stevie. I'm just going to get this one part. But you got the opportunity. And actually, if you're available, Stevie, I'll have you come on. You got an opportunity to say, she's packaged it together and sold it. And you got an opportunity to sell it on your platform as well as packaged together. And you get a percentage of that sale. So you got an opportunity to make sales from the whole Telesummit. You got an opportunity to take your portion of the Telesummit in order to repurpose it and do what you wanted to do with it. There's so many ways to repurpose it. I'm not going to tell y'all all that. Y'all got to get the recording for that. bit.ly/speak loud. I think it's on there for either 15 or 25. I think it's 25. But there's so many things that you can do with that 30 minutes. Fire. So many things that you can do with it. But that's the thing about it, is the opportunities. Oh, no problem, sis. That's the opportunities that are available. There are so many opportunities. I know Stevie also does. She does. Listen, how many of you, put me in the comments, have said that you want to be interviewed? You know that you're a speaker, you're an author, and you have something to tell the world. You have a story to tell. You're working on a book. Say me in the comments. Stevie has a show where she's always looking for speakers. She's always looking for people to interview. Look, right, y'all, Ward? Don't be snitching on me. But yeah, she's always looking for people to interview. That's what it means when you connect with people, the right people. You connect that connection. Guess what? It puts you in opportunities to get interviews. That's another part of that whole doing telesummits. Sometimes whoever's doing the telesummit will have a separate platform where you can do interviews. So there's Sophia. So definitely connect with Stevie. Like I said, she does do interviews. Stevie, if you have the link for them to sign up to do interviews with you, put that in the comments so they can go and sign up. But that's another part of the process. Exactly. See? She loves putting people on the platform. That's a part of the process. I know Sophia is coming up with her show. Yay, Sophia. Sophia, put the name of your show in the comments as well. And so, of course, I do Speak Easy, which you're listening to episode 29, guys. 29. And you are listening to episode 29, where I give you the behind the scenes of what it means to be an author or a speaker. Today, we're talking about the Telesummits and what that means for you as a speaker or an author. Is it, I get questions all the time. Oh my goodness, I saw you on such and such Telesummit. Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea to do a Telesummit? Telesummit. Yes. Is it a good idea to do a Telesummit? It's a great idea to do a Telesummit. Guess what? The connections, the reach that you can potentially have, man, it's nothing like it. So you want to make sure that you're putting yourself out in a position where, guess what? I want to connect with as many people as possible. I'm going to find a way to connect with everybody on Facebook. Now, if that means I got to be on 1,900 different telesummits and be at 1,000 different live events and yes, congratulations. The Conversation with Stevie is now on iHeartRadio. Yes. Yes. So proud of you, Stevie. Go ahead, Stevie. Yes. And guys, that's again, that you never know what potential it is going to be. Now, this is the other thing. Here we go with this secret sauce again. You are so welcome. Yes, the Courageous Coaching Podcast, and that's how you can get on Sophia's podcast. So Stevie has a podcast and Sophia has a podcast. Oh, you're so welcome. So you have the conversation with Stevie and you have Coaching Courageous. That's with Sophia. Hey, Verilyn. Hey, sis. So oftentimes when you're doing a telesummit, somebody who has a podcast may be doing a telesummit. Guess what? That's another opportunity for you. Now you're not only doing a telesummit with them, you're also doing an interview. And when people Google you, what happens? What comes up, guys? Interviews come up when people Google your name. When people Google your name, interviews come up. Your website comes up, your social media comes up, but your interviews come up. So one of the things that I love is that the interviews that come up, for me, one of those interviews is with a podcast that's in Scotland. How cool is that I am on a Scottish podcast? How cool is that, right? But you want to make sure that's what it is. It puts you on a different platform. It allows you to be able to reach more people because guess what? It's all about the reach. When we think about what Grant Cardone talks about, right? It's social proof. That's right. When we talk about, oh my goodness, just so many things with, well, oh my goodness, with Telesummits. But when I think about the reach, when we think about Grant Cardone and him telling us to 10x things, right? International, baby. When he's talking about 10xing things, you got to do 10 times what the normal people, what the average person would do in order for you to reach a level of success. And so when I think about that, when it comes to telesummits, I got to go 10 times harder and do 10 times the amount of telesummits that people would do. But if we think about it, telesummits are still fairly new. The same way video and live streaming is still fairly new. So most people aren't doing it at all. They don't see the potential in a telesummit. They don't see the potential in, live streaming. And so they're missing out in the beginning stages. And then, of course, you'll get an influx of people later on down the line. But guess what? We see the potential in a telesummit. So we got to 10x it now. Because when it comes time down the line, when we start getting that success and we start reaching the level that we want to reach, we're going to look back and say, it's because I 10x'd on how many interviews I did a month. I 10x'd on how many telesummits I did in 1 year. I 10x'd on, how many live events I did in a year. It's all going to be about the action that we take. Every action will result in a reaction. So if I'm doing the action, something's going to happen. Something good is going to come about. But it's only if I'm doing the right actions. If I'm doing the wrong action, something's still going to happen. It may not be something that we like, but something going to happen. Something going to happen. But that's what it's about. It's making sure that we're putting ourselves in a position of success as a speaker or as an author. So telesummits are our friends. Yay. And it's so funny because I was just talking about that whole being international. And did y'all see the t-shirt that I got? The t-shirts? Look. It says, the Scottish unicorn, baby. It says, Altavis Pelzer, certified voice coach. Yes. I got, this one is a tank and the other one is a t-shirt. So you'll be seeing me in some speaking events coming up with these on. You'll see me in some pictures coming up soon with them. I thought that was so phenomenal. Like, oh my goodness, it was so cute. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop smiling. Like the Scottish unicorn. And you know that, of course, I'm connected with one of the organizations, right? It's called Breaking Free International now. And so that was, you know, for my dedication and for everything that I've been doing. That was one of the things that he sent, was the Scottish Unicorn. Yes. Yes, that is amazing. I got it in the mail. I didn't know who it had come from. I was like geeking to the max. Hey, Solemn. Whatever. Joe, you a mess. I already trademarked that. Whatever. Yes, I thought that was so cute though. And it had my, I was like, oh, look it. So of course that means that as we do the production and everything, I will be over in Scotland at some point when we finish the production. So I'm super excited about that. And then when I get over there, what am I going to be walking around with? My Scottish Unicorn t-shirts. Yes, ma'am. What will I be walking around in? My Scottish Unicorn t-shirts and my blazer, depending on the weather, because that's what we're trying to figure out now is weather-wise. Hey, Carol. Oh, Carol, did you see? I've sent you a message, Carol. Did you get the message? Oh, thank you, Stevie. This has been an amazing journey. Anybody who tells you that being a speaker is easy, they lied. Or they have enough money to pay a team and they don't have to put their hands on a lot of stuff. They either lied or they have enough money to pay a team so they don't gotta touch nothing. Listen. Oh, thank you, Fatima. You coming. You next, Fatima. You coming. We got some things in the mood for you on the stove. We got some stuff on the back burner for you, sis. But that's what it's about. And, you know, making those connections. I love it. I love it. Don't be giving me them eyes. It's exciting. But, you definitely go through some stuff. You go through some ups and downs. You go through some times where it's not all it's cracked up to be. Listen, right? They told a big old lie. They told a big old lie. Man. But I'm appreciative of it. Hey, Marsha, I'm appreciative of it. I love the journey. And I'm learning so much along this journey. And that's why I love being able to come and do like the morning press and do Speak Easy and talk to you guys about the behind the scenes stuff, because we need to know that this is not always going to be a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am process and everything's just going to fall into place and then we're going to be a millionaire. It doesn't work that way. And getting yourself in front of other people, that's one of the ways that you can start reaching those levels and elevating your income. Being able to work full-time from home now is an amazing feeling. But it's work. It's not like I can stay home and just do nothing all day. I wish. It's not like that. It's not like that. I wish it was, though. I wish I could just sleep and make money. I'm working on it. I'm not supermodel status, so, I can't sleep and make money. But, I'm working on some things. I'm putting some things together. Yeah. That's right. Working from home is a beast. Time management is something else, ain't it? So I appreciate you guys for joining me for episode 29 of Speak Easy, talking about Telesummits, the good, the bad, the ugly. Well, I didn't talk about the bad and the ugly pretty much. I talked about the good for the most part. But know and understand that Telesummits really can take you to a different level. I know that's right, Michael. Yes! I hear that sleep money is the best. This is amazing. We working on it. That's going to be next, Paula. We going to have a class about it. Because y'all know if I'm working on it, y'all going to be working on it. If I'm working on it, y'all gonna be working on it. Super appreciative though, super excited. The Reactivate Toolkit call is going amazingly well. Two women from the Reactivate Toolkit call did an interview yesterday. Dorothea Robinson and Paula McDowell. It was an amazing interview, brought tears to my eyes. I was so excited. Yes, I currently have 20 items in my digital store with another 30 that I'm packaging up now to put in there. So I'm getting there. But yeah, so Paula and Thea did an amazing job with their interview yesterday. Brought tears to my eyes because I was just so, I was amazed and so proud at seeing Paula take this leap. Because that's what it was. It was a leap. Yes, that interview was amazing. And so it was a leap for her. This was her first interview. They had tech issues and they still pressed through, and that thing was phenomenal. People were healed yesterday. People got the information that they needed. I know tomorrow is Thea and Yolanda that are doing their interview. So I'm thankful and I'm appreciative because I'm watching my clients make levels and the next level and taking steps and moving forward. And it's because, for one, I'm transparent and I tell them that it's not always, what it's cracked up to be, that you have some moments where it's a lot tougher than what you would want it to be. But if you just keep at it and you keep with a team, you stay with a community that's going to keep pushing you, it can mean all the difference. Oh, Paula, don't do it. Don't try to have you on here crying. Don't you be trying to have me on here crying, Paula. Listen, I know that's right, Paula. Paula says she's ready to tell her story. She's working on her book. And, that's the thing about it. With social media, a lot of times, that's why I always say it's great to make sure that people know who you are, who you serve, and how you serve. Because a lot of times people do not just jump onto a broadcast and buy from you. And even when you're doing a telesummit, you got to think it's the same way. People are not always going to just jump onto a broadcast and just buy from you automatically. You'll have some that will, but a lot of times people need to warm up to you. And so I've had plenty of people that have been watching me for a year, plus time from the beginning, 2-3 years ago when I first started. And, looking at everything that I've been doing and the stumbling blocks and the opportunities, they've seen all of those things. And it's just like, and that's it. She said, I saw the beginning, so I know it's possible. And that's what I always want to convey to people, is that the opportunities are endless. They're there. You might have to, stub your toe a little bit sometimes in the dark, but they're there. The opportunities are there. But, that's why I'm always telling them, even when we did Live Loud Now, which was the 3-week, the monthly intensive that I do for speakers, you always have to make sure that people know who you are, who you serve, and how you serve. Because somebody might be following you for a while before they even step up to say, I want to be a part of that. Hey, Rhea. Hey, sis. They may be following you for quite some time before they ever step up for a class. Before they ever step up for a class, before they ever ask you to, can they interview you? I've had people come up to me at an event, a live event, and say, I've been following you for a year. And, they bought their books for the first time at that live event. It's just, that's you build up that relationship and you encourage and you support people. And that's what it is. Hey, sis and giggles, how are you? You build up that relationship. But telesummits, yes, as a speaker or as an author, you should be doing telesummits. And if you're not doing telesummits, then you leaving money on the table. Right? Came to set the captives free. You better come on. You better come on, Paula. If you're not doing telesummits, you're leaving money on the table. As a speaker, as an author, if you're not doing telesummits, you're leaving money on the table. That's just the real of it. That's the honesty in it. It's you just leaving money on the table. Not necessarily that somebody's going to purchase something from you every time that they come and see you live, but you don't know what that opportunity is going to bring. You don't. So bit.ly / oh, and y'all gotta go check out the new landing page for my new class and tell me what y'all think. Y'all know I'm always asking y'all what y'all think about it. Oh, yes! You gotta keep us updated, Stevie, so we can support you. I know that's right, Paula. Free to speak your truth. You better come on with your voice. You better come on, sis. bit.ly / get amplified. So I had a lot of people come up to me and say, you know, I'm shy, I'm an introvert, that's why I don't go live. Yeah, that's why I don't go live. That's why I don't do this. That's why I don't do that. And the thing about it is that, you know, sometimes it's not necessarily that we're shy and we're an introvert. We just need to have a plan. You know, and, you know, that's why we don't go live. It's that we don't have a plan for going live that, you know, is great for somebody who's shy or an introvert. So I literally put together the master plan for, thank you. Yes, bit.ly / get amplified. I put together the master plan that I use for going live, for, you know, selling on live stream and selling on social media. As an introvert, as somebody who's shy, I also went and I started reading up on books and listening to my audio books all about network marketing for introverts and things like that. Yeah, I'm getting this work in, y'all. I'm putting this work in. I added another like 5 books to my Audible to listen to for this course, and the course starts on August 24th. So bit.ly / get amplified, and it's a 12-week course, but we are going to get some great things going in this here course. Listen, we got some things going on, but go through there. Let me know what you think. As an introvert, let me know what it is that you need, because sometimes I may miss it because my journey was different than your journey. So let me know what it is that you need. It may be something else that I can add to the course, or something else that I will already, you know, that I'm already talking about in the course. So go check that out. I look forward to seeing you guys later. Yes. bit.ly / speak. Get amplified. I look forward to talking to you guys later. And don't forget to press it out.